Pagdating ko sa bahay, inaantok na ako. However, yung mind ko pag pumalo na certain hour, may overdrive mode siya.
Kasi I think it's a myth na kailangan pagod para makatulog. And some people, by intention, go to the gym at night in the hope that they will be so tired that it will make sleep easy. So that's a myth. Why? Because you need energy to sleep. You cannot sleep if your energy is low. You cannot sleep if you don't have enough oxygen. So pag hindi ka nakakahinga ng maayos, hindi ka makakatulog. Or even if you are asleep, nakatulog ka, tapos at some point, yung oxygen saturation mo drops, you will wake up because your body thinks you might die.
Sa tingin mo ba ang mga successful people, successful sila kasi hardworking sila or sinuwerte lang sila?
I would say the hard work ang mas malaking factor. Yung hindi born to wealth ha. Kasi yung born to wealth parang may advantage ka na eh. Meron ka ng kapital or meron ka ng pwedeng matutunan dun sa mga parents mo, previous generations, may mga best practice na sila. Pero yung nagmula sa wala, tapos made a name for themselves, sa tingin ko hard work.
Kasi minsan naiinis ako if I hear the word sinuwerte lang yan. Masyadong underrated yung hard work ng tao kasi feeling ko ang luck dumarating if
Sa
you're
mga
prepared.
nagtatrabaho. Yes.
If you're prepared and you're giving yourself to that, let's say, craft.
You've already built yourself up to receive.
Sabi ng lolo ko yan. Sabi niya, papasa ka sa exam pag nag-aral ka. Kung hindi ka nag-prepare, walang swerte.
Hindi ka naghanda talaga.
Ano ba ang common misconception ng mga tao sa successful person?
Behind success is a lot of failures. Kasi what we see lang is, oy, successful na siya kasi yun ang ni-recognize. But they don't know what you went through to get to that point. Well, may mga tao, I would say, na are born into wealth. So, swerte mo na lang na pinanganak ka sa life na ito that, you're in a wealthy family and you don't have to work. Kung saan man nagmula yung wealth na yun, merong isang tao sa pamilya nila na nagsakripisyo para mapunta sila doon sa marami silang ini-enjoy na material wealth and success. So, yun yung problema natin sa buhay ngayon. Yung nakikita lang natin yung end result. But we don't see the struggle. But I think yun ang isa sa malaking factor sa buhay ng isang taong successful, yung pinagdaanan niya.
I love that. What comes into mind right now, the real value when it comes to success is allowing yourself to go through certain hardships and allowing yourself to fail.
Tara pag-usapan natin dito, kwento mo sa buhay. Kasamang mga pogs, ilabas lahat ng tunay. Mag-relax lang tayo, sober man o tipsy. Aral makukuha mo sa Life Over Whiskey.
Welcome to Life Over Whiskey Podcast, where we share valuable life lessons and stories you can learn from over a glass of whiskey. My name is Brian.
And I'm Gerald.
Direk Je, magandang gabi sa'yo.
Magandang gabi, Sir
We
Brian.
are still here in the very beautiful studio ng Q Studios. Maraming salamat Q Studios for allowing us to use your studio for our podcast episodes. Direk, our guest for tonight is, I would say, someone who's very interesting. If I may read off of her intro. Guys, today's guest is someone who didn't just study burnout. She lived it, rebuilt from it, and turned it into a life's mission. She is a sleep and burnout specialist, content creator, balanced life mentor, and spiritual entrepreneur who helps high-performing leaders recover what success slowly takes away: their energy, clarity, and rest. Today, she works with executives, founders, and professionals to restore sleep, regulate stress, and redesign their relationship with success. Her approach blends science-backed sleep recovery, energy management, and deep inner recalibration, helping people not just perform, but live better. And in this conversation tonight, we're going to go deeper into the cost of success. Know what burnout really looks like behind the surface, and why so many high achievers struggle with sleep, and how people can begin rebuilding their energy without walking away from their ambition. Mga ka-whiskey, mga kalobragada, let's all welcome Dina Salonga. Hi, Dina.
Hi, Brian.
Hi, Dina.
Hi, Gerald. Thank you so much for guesting me here. Akala ko pang umiinom lang ng whiskey yung mga ginagit.
Hindi. Pwede. But it's a pleasure to have you on our episode. Obviously, guys, disclaimer lang, Dina won't be drinking. She doesn't drink so
Anymore.
anymore. So, but thank you again for being part of this episode.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. And Brian, we met in a course, right? On
Yes, in a
content
workshop as well.
creation
Yes.
back in late last early 25.
2024?
No, 25. Yeah, late
2024.
2024.
Yes,
Correct, was
2024.
when I took the
It
course.
was what an awesome journey that you went through, and now you're here. You can really say that you are a content creator because there's a lot of people who have listened to your videos na naka-appreciate and learn from you. Direct no, in this person, marami tayong mapupulot na aral as well as yung mga ka-whiskey natin. But before that, Direct, before we dive right into the conversation and the cost of the success talaga, no? Dina, we want to get to know you and how you got into doing what you do today. Can you share with us sa mga ka-whiskey natin who might not know you yet?
Okay, so my journey has gone through several iterations already. So I think one of the principles that I follow in life is to not be afraid to transform, to explore new things. No? So many people get stuck in one career all their lives. But I think I have managed to transform myself in different ways. I started in tech. So that was my first career coming out of college. I spent more than 30 years in the tech industry and eventually leading and managing my own company. And then after that, I went into wellness. I became so parang enamored with the practice of yoga that I decided to put up a yoga business. So
You were still in tech when you
yes.
established.
Yeah, so parang nag-merge yung dalawang ano na yun, careers na yun. Um, sabi ko dun sa mga business partners ko dun sa sa IT company, I will retire in 5 years and focus on the yoga business. So for five
Wellness,
years,
right?
yeah, for 5 years I was managing two companies, a tech company and a yoga
Yung
business.
yoga, Dina, that's Vinyasa, Ashtanga, or
Yeah.
Bikram? O lahat yun?
Actually, I think kung di ako nagkakamali, kami yung first studio na nag-blend nung mga traditional yoga styles and the modern yoga style, which was hot yoga. At the time we started that business, you either went to a hot yoga studio or a more traditional
But this is
studio.
located in Manila.
Yeah,
Metro
I had
Manila.
3 studios at one time, 7 with
Well, what's the name? What's
franchises.
the name?
Yoga Plus.
Yoga Plus. Okay.
You've heard of it?
Nag-session pa ako dyan.
Talaga? Okay,
Yes.
so I was the founder with other partners of Yoga Plus. Yeah, and then after that, nung nagka-pandemic, syempre naiba yung conditions, right? So the studio had to close and the business had to pivot into an online delivery model, which means that I could be anywhere. Kasi hindi ko na kailangan mag-manage ng physical location. And at the time, nagkaroon man ng opportunity to relocate to Ilocos. So that's what I did with my sister and my mother at that time. Tapos, nung nandun ako, natuto naman ako ng energy management, about balanced life. I certified to become an energy healer and then a balanced life specialist. So that's what I do now.
So that's the reason why you went to Ilocos, to learn all of those things.
Hindi, nagpunta ako dun kasi merong opportunity to start a new life, a more, I would say, enlightened path or life. And as part of the stay there, we were able to take courses in energy healing, in balanced life mentoring. Back in those days, pandemic 'di ba? So maraming oras para mag-aral.
Pero grabe, Dina, you're a businesswoman and at the same time, sabi mo nga you've been leading a tech company also and a
From
yoga
the past,
studio,
yeah.
right? From the past. For you to give up and then go to Ilocos, anong pumasok sa isip mo? Ba't mo ginawa yun?
Actually, kasi at that time, sarado na yung yoga studio, physical studios. We were doing classes online. Tapos naisip ko, okay, we don't know how long the pandemic is going to last, right? And the opportunity to be in a different place and learn new things, live with a community, was to me an attractive proposition versus staying in a condo by yourself in Makati, without, without any social interaction. And I usually, um I'm the type of person who will grab an opportunity when it's presented if I see that it's parang it makes sense at the time. I'm not scared to make a wrong turn in life. So kumbaga, I will take this turn and see where it leads me. If it goes somewhere, then okay lang, diretso na ako doon. Pag hindi, then I'll make a U-turn or oh, parang ano lang, parang GPS lang nagre-reroute, 'di ba? 'Pag nagkamali ka ng direksyon, 'di okey balik lang. So far, I think I'm treading the right path.
So this is you would say, your version 3.
Version 3 definitely,
Oh,
3.0.
wow. Ang lagi ko narinig 2.0, now 3.0.
3.0
3.0
kasi yung
na.
version 1 ko was corporate, the tech. And then version 2 was more it had the business pa rin kasi I was running a business. But at that point, I was also going deeper into what I would say inner work, 'di ba? Improving myself, learning new things. I learned yoga, I learned meditation, I learned more esoteric topics rather than what I was used to, which was tech. Kasi that was my parang career, 'di ba? So I think in life we also need to explore these other types of knowledge and not just stick to one domain. Kung saan, kunyari engineer ka, you live and die an engineer, right? Kung ganon. So kung nandyan ka sa field na yan, explore also other areas where you can grow. Kasi growth doesn't have to be just vertical, it can be lateral. So you're exploring other topics na kumbaga beginner ka. So for me, sa yoga yung isang example ko, no. When I started doing yoga, I was talagang coming at I was like what? How old was I? I think 47 when I first started yoga. So by standards, late na yun. Matanda na yun kasi kumbaga yung katawan mo is not as flexible,
Flexible
right?
already.
So to be again a beginner was something very humbling and it teaches you a lot of things kasi you keep falling and all the other young flexible ladies beside you are keeping their poses and you're just shaking because you can't even balance,
Hold
di
the
ba?
pose, yeah.
But there's a saying that goes that if you're the best person in the room, that means you're in the wrong room.
Showroom, yeah.
'Di ba? So you always keep searching for growth in many different ways. So right now I would say I'm again a beginner, in energy healing. I learn a lot from our founder, Master Delpe, and all the other senior healers in our organization. So to me, that's another subject that I could explore and be an expert in at some point.
So obviously, where you are right now, huge factor of that is when, I would say, based sa mga kinukwento mo, um, happened when you got into wellness
Yeah,
and
it was
sought
enough.
for development, personal
Correct.
development.
That was, I think, the entry level.
Mm.
Oo. So, parang that was the one that opened the door to all these other, shall we say, knowledge na iba na, totally different from tech.
So basically, Dina, yung approach mo is very holistic, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Dina, curious ako. Usually kasi, 'di ba, like for achievers, no, mga go-getters,
Yeah.
right? Ano yung common problem ng mga successful people? Bakit hindi sila madalas nakakatulog ng tama? Or ano yung common problems na nangyayari usually sa isang tao?
Um, yung nakikita ko ngayon and I'm saying this because I have been working with many successful people recently and helping them regain their health. I think what happens, and I can personally talk about this because I also experienced this, is when we get so engrossed in achieving certain things, success in our career, in our business, we tend to neglect other parts of our life.
Which is health.
Health is one, 'di
Okay.
ba? Kasi typically yung sinasabi ngayon work-life balance, right? So everybody's talking about it, work-life balance, work-life integration, but we only see career and either personal or family life as parang two parts of one whole
One whole
life.
pie, yeah.
Yeah, but life is not just work and
Family,
personal
yeah.
life, right? So you have your health life, 'di ba? You have your environmental or social life. And then you have your spiritual life. So ito yung 5 key areas of life that we consider when we mentor or help other people, in whatever state they are in right now. And what I find is yung mga successful people, parang yung price ng success, isa sa price ng success is your health. Kasi may kasabihan nga na parang you sacrifice your health to build your wealth. And then when you have wealth, you have to spend it to regain back your health. Ganun yun yung irony ngayon eh, 'di ba? So, nagsakripisyo ka, gumanda yung negosyo mo or umasenso ka sa trabaho mo, naging top level executive ka, you have so much money, but then may sakit ka.
The
Yeah,
question, is
yeah,
it
yeah.
worth it?
Ayan,
Yeah.
exactly.
No,
May sakit ka.
what comes into mind is like benefit versus price to pay.
Yes. Yeah.
So
What
what
is
will
the
you
cost
choose?
of success? What
Mm.
is the cost of But I think talaga yan eh, no? So part talaga yan ng life experience. So, yung pagbabalance naman ng life, even when we coach people, no, in terms of those 5 aspects, it doesn't mean hati siya equally. Like, 20-20-20 kasi 5 levels or 5 areas. Tigta 20% ba yan ng buhay mo? So, at an early stage, at a younger stage, talagang lamang yung career sa buhay mo. Kasi you're building something,
You're building
right?
yourself up.
So, yung
Yeah.
first na gi-give up mo dyan, time with family. 'Di ba? Kasi you're busy with career. So, you spend more time working than being with family. And then yung health, environment and social plus spiritual, pakatigwa 1% lang yan. 'Di ba? So, at some point, makaka-improve ka na sa career mo. Then you try to spend more time with family or look at your health now. And then after nun, pwede ka nang pumunta sa community or service. Parang the service part or the environmental or social part is going beyond your circle, not just family, not just, your employees if you are an entrepreneur, but beyond. As in, like, maybe your church community, maybe an organization, maybe your city, or maybe humanity in general. So like,
Yes.
what can I do that will help?
To give value to other people, right?
Yeah, or improve our lives, di ba?
Quality of life.
Exactly. So iba-iba yan. So it could be environmental. You might have a cause that you will be a part of, or you can be, writing, or you can be mentoring the future leaders. So kung naging very successful ka sa career mo, di ba? One of the best legacies that you can have is to train the next
Pass
generation
the
of leaders.
torch.
Yes, yes.
Pero Dina, I want to ask you something eh. Bago tayo pumunta sa sleep, no? What's the meaning of life for you?
It is a profound question. But for me, I think the meaning of life is to evolve. The meaning of life is to evolve. It's to find what is the highest level that you can attain in this life and to work towards that. So kung ano man 'yon, dapat yung life mo is yeah, and aligned towards achieving that level. Kung ano man yung pinakamataas siguro, shall we say, spiritual attainment that you can have in this life. Kasi some people will just be happy kung okay, na-attain ko na 'to, ay na-awardan na ako, I built a company, I'm so successful. So I'll just take care of my apos. Okay na ako dun. Or I'll just travel everywhere, I'll spend 6 months traveling and then the rest of the 6 months, I don't know, you're home or playing golf, whatever. I'm not saying it's a bad life, but, somebody with a lot of talent, wisdom, experience, knowledge, maybe
Skill.
even
Yeah,
resources, di ba? Kasi by that time, marami ka nang na-build na wealth, di ba? You have enough resources. What can you do that will still make an impact, not just on your family, but
Society.
outside. Yeah.
Um,
So maybe you can write a book, you can teach, you can, share your knowledge with a group of people who like like kayo, 'di ba? Nagsa-start pa lang kayo sa career nyo. I'm sure kung mayroong magsabi sa inyo, do you want to be my mentee or do you want me to mentor you and that person is successful, I'm sure you'd appreciate that,
Of
'di ba?
Years.
Of
Of
course,
of
of
course,
And
of
course.
learn
course.
from that person, 'di
Yeah.
ba?
But
So,
Yeah, Dina also 'no, I just want to ask this. Kami kasi ni Bright, going here to the studio kanina, so nasa kotse kami, sabi niya, "Direk, hindi ako nakatulog kagabi masyado." 'Di ba, sabi niyang gano'n sa'kin. Tapos sabi ko, "Actually Bri, hindi 'to mas, pero ako rin, parang hindi masyadong nakatulog." Sabi ko sa kanya. So, I didn't ask him what's the reason behind kung ba't hindi siya nakatulog. But ako kasi, parang hindi ko alam, pagdating ko sa bahay inaantok na ako. However, yung mind ko 'pag pumalo na certain hour, may overdrive mode siya, na parang I think of a lot of things like for example, work, business, ganyan.
Ano, parang your mind is going on overdrive.
Yes, yes. So
Nalagpasan mo yung ano, yung signal to sleep.
iyon, oo. So hindi ko na is it part of, burnout or maybe warrior ako? I mean, I don't know, kung nakakatulong ba yun or dahil nag-workout ako.
Maraming
Oo. So, usually ikaw ba, ano ba yung naramdaman mo na bakit bakit ka hindi nakatulog last night?
I'm feeling some body pains that it is somewhat mas manageable na ngayon. But in the past talagang
bothersome.
bothersome siya,
Sciatica?
May sciatica ako.
Okey.
So, medyo gumagapang 'yan, Umangat na siya dito sa bandang upper back ko. Minsan nag-shoot up na bigla yung parang kuryente vibes. So, minsan parang 'pag stressed,
May discomfort.
may discomfort.
Yeah.
Yun, nagko-compound lang kumbaga yung feeling.
Okay.
That's why it's hard for me to sleep sometimes.
I understand.
I can understand. Kasi merong ibang kang nararamdaman ano. Siguro yung sinabi mo muna Gerald, maraming factors, Yung una, yung exhaustion. Kasi I think it's a myth na kailangan pagod para makatulog. And some people, by intention, go to the gym at night in the hope that they will be so tired that it will make sleep easy for them. Kasi hirap sila matulog. So that's a myth. Why? Because you need energy to sleep. You cannot sleep if your energy is low. You cannot sleep if you don't have enough oxygen. So pag hindi ka nakakahinga ng maayos, di ka makakatulog. Or even if you are asleep, nakatulog ka, tapos at some point, yung oxygen saturation mo drops, you will wake up. So, minsan yan yung reason bakit tayo nagigising. Kasi kung may apnea, di ba, na wala ng oxygen supply, or maybe there's something happening with you that your oxygen saturation goes down. Because your body, why do you wake up? Because your body thinks you might die.
Yeah, yeah.
Kasi bumababa
Out of
yung
breath.
oxygen mo eh.
Parang na out of breath
Ah,
ka kaya marami na may sleep apnea na ano,
ah,
'di ba?
Kasi
gigising ka.
nangyayari sa'kin Dina, for example, let's say nakatulog ako ng 11 o'clock, yan nag-melatonin ako, let's just
Oh,
say,
yeah, yeah.
okay? Baka biglang 4 o'clock parang biglang gising na gising yung body ko, tapos biglang babalik ulit ako ng tulog. Pero alam mo yung thought na parang buhay yung katawan mo. So I don't understand, is it because of stress? I mean cortisol level mo ba? I don't know,
That's cortisol. So, because cortisol wakes you up. Yung cortisol tsaka melatonin, ano yan parang they dance. So, when one goes down, the other goes up. And vice versa. So, in the evening, yung cortisol mo should go down for melatonin to rise up. And melatonin signals your body that it's time to sleep. And then, masusustain niya yan throughout. And then, at some point, towards the morning, cortisol will rise up to wake you up. Diba? So, kaya lang minsan, yung cortisol mo sobrang taas that in the evening, it does not really go down. So, you have difficulty sleeping. So, it does not really go to the level na para makarest ka fully. Parang nag-hover lang siya at a certain level. Kaya madali kang nagigising.
So what can we do?
What can you do? Okay, good question.
So for people who is having a hard time
Oo,
sleeping,
yung mga high achievers, ganyan ano. Tsaka yung mga busy dahil the whole day nag-isip ka na nag-isip. So you can develop a winding down routine. So you transition from a very busy day to a sleeping mode. Parang you have to signal your body na, okay, I'm done with work, I'm done for the day, now I'm going to rest. So mag-create ka ng mga rituals na magsasabi sa body mo na, okay, time na, matutulog na kami. Okay, so this could be a hot shower, di ba? Praying, meditation, journaling, light stretching, light movements, listening to music, reading a book, etc. So, you create that condition para yung body mo mag-transition. No? So, your bedroom should be darker. So, yung lights, i-dim mo na siya. Pag mga siguro 1 or 2 hours before you go to bed, dapat hindi ka na, ano yung term sa amin, hindi ko alam kung alam yun, is hindi do aranya. Bukas lahat ng ilaw. Parang fiesta. 'Di ba? Ang mga bahay natin, especially with LED, we have so many lights. So, dim the lights and so that your body will slowly recognize that it's nighttime. 'Di ba? Problema kasi ngayon, modern life, maraming ilaw.
Eto pa, ilaw na 'to.
Yes, whereas before, 'di ba, pag gumabi na, wala na sila gasera, 'di ba? Madilim kahit na may gasera sila kasi konting areas lang ng bahay ang may ilaw. So, madali silang inaantok. Kaya pag nasa probinsya kayo, inaantok kayo agad,
Ang
'di ba?
bilis,
Oo,
oo.
kasi madilim.
Pero Dina, is there a way to alter stress? Kasi, for example, ikaw, sabi mo nga, when you were starting your career, sa tech siya, di ba, Bray? Tapos, of course, sa buhay hindi mo maiiwasan ng problem and stress eh. How do you handle those things? I'm just curious. Kasi parang nakikita ko sa'yo, meron ka ng certain stoic mentality.
Yes.
Oo.
Pero may add ako diyan na context. Let's look at it at the topic natin, 'di ba, cost of success. Would you say na during the time that you were in tech, somewhat may level of success ka na, 'di ba? So, yung ko-combine natin yung question from the time na you were in tech pa until ngayon na, what's the difference?
Ay, malaki. Malaki. Kasi nung time na ako nga yung inspiration ng Devil Wears Prada, 'di ba, sa
Local, no? Local inspiration.
wala pa yung movie na yan na ako. So, yung tipong naglalakad sa daan na iniiwasan ng mga employees. True to life yan sa akin. Yeah, I was a boss from hell. That's what I call myself. The boss from hell.
Pero nag-iba to completely
Yes. Yeah, I
change.
transitioned. So, kailan nangyari yun? Nung nag-yoga ako, doon nag-start.
Yung inner peace na.
Oo, doon nag-start. Tsaka mindfulness. Doon ako naging mas aware. I became more aware of other people's feelings. Because when I was in tech, um, I was not fortunate to have many mentors in life, no? Parang siguro I could say a lot of it is my own exploration. So wala akong parang example na gusto kong ganito. Parang wala akong peg na ito. So I usually start from my own experience. So when I was managing people, wala akong ang expectation ko sa kanila is yung expectation ko sa sarili ko. So kung ano yung sa tingin kong dapat na gagawin ko, dapat gagawin niyo rin 'yan. Kasi kung gagawin ko 'yan, bakit hindi niyo gagawin? So, at the time, empathy was a foreign word to me. So, wala akong wala akong empathy, wala akong pakialam kung ano nangyayari sa buhay mo outside of the office. Ang importante sa akin, meron kang kailangang gawin, dapat mag-show up ka. And if you don't, then for me, that's not acceptable.
Pero yun
That's
nga,
how bad I was.
so yun nga Dina, yung kaninang tanong ko, for example, day to day natin, no, may nangyaring hindi natin na-expect or let's say stressful days natin, no, 'di ba? How do you handle it?
Now that nagkaroon ka na
yung
ng
ng clarity
transformation
and
and
everything.
clarity,
Oo,
oo.
kasi noon it's easy for you, pwede kang mangagat.
Oo.
Pero now it's a different story. So yan yung interested kami malaman.
Okay, I think yung principle na naging one of the things that I go by, yung it is what it is principle. So,
It is what it is.
it is what it is. So, I think a lot of the stress, the problems that we encounter sa buhay natin is because we set an expectation of people and of situations. We expect certain things to happen. Like yung example ko nung early days ko as a manager, 'di ba? I expect a certain kind of behavior. And if you don't deliver it, syempre, kagalit ako. 'Di ba? Late ka, magagalit ako. Hindi ka nakamit ng deadline, magagalit ako. So it was a trigger for me. So when you realize that people will not behave the way you want them to, then it's easy. Kasi kung ang expectation, let's say, yung asawa mo, okay? In-expect ka niya to behave in a certain way because of who she is and her own conditioning and her own personality, right? So may expectation siya sa'yo. Pag hindi ka naging ganon, madi-disappoint siya. Or she will try to change you. So kunyari, ikaw yung type ng lalaki na hindi nagtatakip ng toothpaste. Kunyari lang I don't know that. So, pero yung asawa mo naman ay OC.
Yes.
Na ang gusto niya lahat malinis,
Pulido,
maayos, di ba?
oo.
So, it will trigger her every time, di ba? Because that's who she is. Pero ikaw naman, sa'yo, ikaw din, that's who you are. Kasi para sa'yo, hindi naman importante, minor lang yan, di ba? So, kung di maalala ko, itatakpan ko. Kung hindi,
Hindi, okay lang.
oo. Pero sa kanya, big deal yun. And it, brings up a lot of stuff in her that it will eventually translate to different kinds of emotions. So, expectation. So, kung wag mo siyang expect na to be like you, then you don't get disappointed. 'Di ba? So, not that you're lowering your standards, but you're just more, shall we say,
Understanding.
or more practical, more pragmatic. Kasi hindi naman lahat ng tao kagaya mo. So, bakit mo i-expect na magbe-behave sila like you do?
So eventually throughout your journey, you've learned acceptance
Yes.
and letting go of maybe the ego need to be in control
Well,
all the
it's
time.
it's not that I would not say my ego's not there. Meron pa rin diyan, 'di ba? Pero I would say the incidents that trigger me, hindi na gano'n kadami. And even if I get triggered, ay hindi na ako nag-e-explode. Hindi na siya mayon volcano
And
na.
then you say, it is
What
what
it
it is.
is.
It is what it is, 'di ba? And then
Ah,
so but it is what it is kasi one of the trainings that I do has that as a communication practice. So when I teach it, I say it is what it is doesn't mean that you just accept, yeah, to settle or accept even abuse and all these things. So it is what it is means doing what you can and giving your best and letting go of the outcome. Kasi yan ang nagpapa sa atin yung gigil mo na okay, binigay ko na lahat pero gusto ko pa rin kontrolin kung ano yung mangyayari sa outcome. 'Di ba? Hayaan mo na yun kasi the outcome will take care of itself because of what you did. Kung mangyari yung inaasahan mo, di wow.
tsaka Dina, wag mo na i-take yung lesson ng ibang tao, right?
Yes,
Oo.
oo. Pagka nangyari yung gusto mo, masaya. Kung hindi siya mangyari, di you accept because you gave everything, 'di ba? You tried, but it didn't work. So,
Pero usually ba, Dina, ano ba ang common misconception ng mga tao sa successful person? 'Di ba? Kasi 'di ba ang topic mo, ang sabi mo sa topic, oo. Ano ba yung mga sacrifices na usually talagang ginagawa ng isang successful na tao and common problems na nai-encounter
Di ba
niya?
when you say cost, it's like realized na siya,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
Kaya sabi ko rin na benefit and price to pay.
Yes.
Nagde-deliberate ka pa eh. What's the
Yeah.
benefit versus price to pay?
Yes, correct.
But when we say cost of success, realized na to. So, based on maybe your experience or the people that you've helped, ano yung mga cost na yun eh, no?
Yeah.
yung binanggit na natin yung health, right?
yes.
'Di ba? Tapos yung isa, relationships, family. Kasi yung time spent with family nababawasan, isa yon. The other thing I want to point out, yung sinasabi mo kasi ano ba yung hindi alam ng mga tao, what's behind success. Behind success is a lot of failures. Kasi what we see lang is, successful na siya kasi yun ang ni-recognize. May award siya, mayroon siyang mga, accolades, and then you have the wealth, you have everything. Di ba? When people see you, they see all these material things na parang evidence of success. But they don't know what you went through to get to that point. Hindi ka naman lang, may mga tao, I would say, na are born into wealth, di ba? So, swerte mo na lang na pinanganak ka sa life na ito that, you're in a wealthy family and you don't have to work for your money. Diba? May mga taong ganun. Pero karamihan ng mga successful, kung saan man nagmula yung wealth na yun, merong isang tao sa pamilya nila na nagsakripisyo para mapunta sila doon sa point na marami silang ini-enjoy na material wealth and success. So, dun sa mga tao, yung mga listeners nyo who feel like, naku, ang hirap naman ng buhay, 'di ba? Parang gusto ko na mag-give up kasi kahit anong gawin ko hindi naman ako nagsa-succeed. Kasi ang mga peg nila lalo na ngayon sa social media nakikita mo lahat curated. Hindi naman nila dino-document yung mga recipe na hindi nag-rise yung cake. Siyempre tinapon na nila yun. At papakita nila sa'yo yung, wow, beautiful, 'di ba? Ang ganda-ganda, perfect sourdough. Pero yung mga 50 loaves na binake nila na hindi nag-rise, hindi na pinakita sa'yo. So, yun yung problema natin sa buhay ngayon, yung nakikita lang natin yung end result, but we don't see the struggle. But I think or even not the struggle, but the journey. But I think yun ang isa sa malaking factor sa buhay ng isang taong successful, yung pinagdaanan niya.
I love that. What comes into mind right now, um, parang real value when it comes to success is allowing yourself to go through certain hardships and allow yourself to fail.
In fact, nakikita ko yan sa mga tao na naging successful, galing sa hirap, self-made, naging successful, tapos yung mga anak nila ibang klase, iba sa kanila. Kasi yung mga anak nila hindi na dumaan sa hirap. 'Di ba? Nung pinanganak yung mga anak nila, successful na sila. So, hindi na nila kailangang maglakad, hindi na sila nawalan ng baon or wala makain.
Kaya pala may mga successful na first generation na, "Di ano muna 'to, magdaan ka muna sa lowest, 'di ba, na rank
For you to
for
experience
it to
it,
experience."
I think that's important kasi, yung hardships or challenges that you go through in life shape your character. Minsan nawawala yun sa mga bata, eh, when we make life too easy for them or we cushion every fall, yun, eh, dun sila hindi natututo. Yung mga bata ngayon I feel are so, how shall I say, protected. So, wala akong anak and so I don't want to speak on behalf of, people who are raising children. I think it's a very difficult thing to do, to raise, a human being in the right way. Pero what I observe sa mga bata, yun, yung konting ano lang, konting like ako, lumaki ako na nanay ko hindi naman niya alam ano yung mga project na hindi ko nai-submit, 'di ba? Kasi like
Kasi ikaw talaga bahala.
correct. Nanay ko teacher pa yan, teacher siya, she was a working mother. So, pagdating namin sa bahay hindi ka niya tatanungin, "May assignment ka ba? Tapos na ba yung assignment mo?" Hindi, bahala ka sa buhay mo mag-assignment.
Pero Dina, dahil kinukuwento mo lahat 'yan, bigla ko lang naisip, pumasok sa isip ko na, sa tingin mo ba ang mga successful people, successful sila kasi hardworking sila or sinuwerte lang sila?
I would say the hard work ang mas malaking factor. Yung hindi born to wealth, Kasi yung born to wealth parang may advantage ka na, eh. Meron ka ng kapital or meron ka ng, puwedeng matutunan dun sa mga parents mo, previous generations, may mga best practice na sila. Pero yung nagmula sa wala, tapos made a name for themselves, sa tingin ko hard work.
Kasi minsan naiinis ako if I hear the word, "Sinuwerte lang 'yan." Minsan kasi parang for me, masyadong underrated yung hard work ng tao. Kasi ako feeling ko, ang luck dumarating if
Sa
you're
mga
prepared.
nagtatrabaho, yes,
You're prepared and you're
agree.
giving yourself to that, let's say, craft.
You've already built yourself up to receive.
Yes.
Sabi ng lolo ko yan, walang sinuswerte na hindi nag-aral. Kasi 'pag yung nag-aaral ka sa exam, 'di ba? Sabi niya, papasa ka sa exam 'pag nag-aral ka. Kung hindi ka nag-prepare, walang swerte.
Kung hindi ka
Yeah.
naghanda talaga, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Oo, oo. Eh, Tina, ito, I see this book kanina 'no, dala mo. Tungkol saan 'tong book na 'to?
Well, kasi minsan or siguro madalas din maraming mga successful people, 'yon. Hindi
Puro
na nila
kaunti.
alam. There you go. From Success to Fulfillment. It's written by my mentor and the founder of our organization, Master Delpe. So, ang problema kasi minsan when people attain success, hindi na nila alam anong next na gagawin nila. Oh,
So,
now
nawawalan
na,
ng purpose.
oo.
So,
Or
Oo.
some of
halimbawa,
them feel lost, yeah.
halimbawa naging CEO ka, naging successful ka, taas na yun, 'di ba? Next, naging chairman ka pa. O ano pang next? Minsan, lilipat ka lang sa ibang kumpanya, CEO ka na naman, 'di ba? So same lang, same things, you running a company, you know how to run one company, you'll just apply it to the next company, right? So parang, "Oh, okey ano na, what's next?" And then people sometimes feel like, na-achieve ko na 'to, eh. So, tapos na ako sa buhay. That's why gusto na nilang magpahinga. Dahil napagod din sila siguro, the challenge of building a business and building a career. So, ayoko na magtrabaho. I'm just looking forward to my retirement, 'di ba? I'll just travel, I'll just, take care of my apos, whatever. Pero meron pa next, 'di ba? Ang purpose is a moving target. You should always change the purpose pag na-achieve mo na. So like kunwari, pag bata ka, yung purpose mo, makagraduate. Pag nakatapos ka ng course, ang purpose mo siguro, makahanap ng work. Pag nakahanap ka ng work, yung purpose mo, maging successful ka dun sa job mo, magkaroon ng pamilya, magkaroon ng bahay. So, palagi kang merong
Certain goals.
ini-aim
Yeah.
na next step, oo. Kasi pag tumigil ka na dun, ano mangyayari sa buhay mo? Wala ka ng meaning. Wala ka ng meaning. So, in our mentoring system, what comes after success is balance, finding balance. Kasi nga minsan the price of success is health mo na sacrifice, yung family life mo na sacrifice, or other aspects of life hindi mo na develop. So you find now your balance in those aspects like your spiritual life, aligning to your purpose and mission, or serving. Kunyari wala sa buhay mo, di mo naman naisip, nagdo-donate naman ako. Ay, hindi naman service yun. Kahit pulubi pwede mag-donate, di ba? So, pag kailangan, pag service, yung talagang oras mo, talent mo, yung skill mo, yun ang i-render mo, right? So, yun, once you find balance, then that's the time you will find fulfillment. And then after fulfillment will come your enlightenment, your self-mastery. So, yun ang parang roadmap, di ba? So, success to balance to fulfillment to enlightenment.
Is there an instance in your life na medyo painful kaya ka naging ganyan yung wisdom mo ngayon? Kasi parang when I'm listening to you right now, parang feeling ko ang isang taong ganyang kalalim ang wisdom, may pinagdaanan na malalim eh. So, I'm just curious, meron ba specific na nag-trigger sa'yo for you to think that way?
Magandang question yan. Pero ang buhay ko kasi hindi dramatic. So, wala akong mga highs and lows. May mga taong ganun eh, no? Yung talagang parang may climactic music tapos may redemption. So, in my case, hindi ganon. So, for me, I think it's a gradual progression of just seeing where the next step is going to be. Even for example, my career or my course sa college, it was not something I dreamed of. Kasi may mga tao na gusto ko maging doktor, maging arkitekto. Ako, hindi ko alam ko. Ang sabi ng nanay ko nung bata ako, ang ambisyon ko ay maging katulong. Pag tinatanong daw ako,
Totoo ba?
di ba yung mga bata gano'n, anong gusto mong maging
Yes, yes,
paglaki mo?
yeah.
Sabi niya, nung bata ako, ang sagot gusto ko daw maging
Ito
katulong.
lang, okay.
I don't know what that meant, in my young mind. But anyways, wala akong ganong big dream. So for me, life is opportunity, and every opportunity opens a door. And you can either take it or walk away from it, make good, or if you mess up, then you just find another door to get into. So that's how my life has been. Coming into my course, I was in a statistics major, and then napunta ako sa tech, tapos napunta ako sa yoga, meditation, lahat. Parang may nag-o-open lang. So ako naman, punta lang ng punta. So,
Quite interesting, no? It seems as if magkakaiba yun. Pero parang if we sit down long enough, you'd see the connection, no, with
may
everything that's happened
pupuntahan
to
ng
you.
lahat. I
Yeah.
believe so. I believe everything has prepared me to get to where I am today. So yung mga pinagdaanan kong kalokohan sa buhay, 'di ba? Kasi I wasn't, saintly. Up to now, I don't think I am a saint. Anyway, parang hindi ako yung tipong lumaki na maayos lahat, 'di ba? I went through, vices and all these things, bad diet, mga ganyan. So alam ko, I know how it is to 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 eat all kinds of food.
But now you're vegetarian.
Now I'm vegetarian.
Octolovo or vegan?
Not vegan. I take eggs
Oh,
and
okay.
dairy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same,
So
same.
same kayo.
Yeah.
Ikaw
Ako
din?
for almost 8 years now.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. So far, so good naman.
Yeah, yeah.
Hinataka niya ako eh.
Yeah.
Good, yeah. Your energy is higher if you're not eating meat.
Siguro if I would, just before we conclude our episode, now that you're here at this version 3.0, would you say nasa enlightenment phase ka na ba ng journey mo?
I hope so. Yeah. I think it's a path, it's not the end goal ba. I mean, it's not like the finish line. 'Di ba? So enlightenment is a path and it will take time. It will go from one level of enlightenment to the next level.
Part of enlightenment is also sharing somewhat your light to other people,
Of course.
right?
Kaya nga enlightenment has the word light in it, 'di ba? So you bring also light. Master always says, you should be more enlightened today than yesterday. And enlightenment is not just about spiritual things, 'di ba? So if you find out new things, like you find out na, okay, eto palang vegetable na to will bring me more protein or whatever. That's a form of enlightenment. It's new knowledge, 'di ba? Every new thing you learn makes you more enlightened
Hmm. How
than
do you
what you were
feel
yesterday.
now that you tried content creation? A lot of people are commenting on your posts and engaging with you. How do you feel about that?
Um, I see that it's a lot of responsibility. When you put yourself out there and speak, your word carries a lot of weight, and you are responsible for what you say, 'di ba? So I'm actually siguro surprised and also grateful to reach an audience na meron ako ngayon, and for them to tell me, like, randomly, it just ano lang, kwento. I was walking in a mall in Green Hills the other last week with a friend. And then siguro kuwentuhan kami, and then suddenly this guy comes and goes, "Are you the one on Facebook?" Sabi niya ganyan sa'kin. "The one who talks about ganyan." Hindi pa niya maalala yung name ko, 'di ba? Sabi ko, I always listen to you, your videos are so helpful. I've been helped by a lot of the things that you say." And then suddenly the child comes, the daughter, and then the wife, and then he wants a photo and his phone was off, yung mga gano'n. And he was so parang excited, 'di ba, to see. So, sabi ko, "Oh, maraming nararating yung sinasabi ko, 'di ba?" Which was not really naman planado. I don't know kung sa ibang content creator, pero ako hindi ko naman naisip na dito aabot yung ginawa ko nung nag-start ako, at nung time na yun I just wanted to tell people what I do, because people knew me from IT, from yoga. So parang it was a way to reintroduce myself.
To
This is
version 3.0.
Yeah, version 3.0. So this is what I do now, 'di ba? Eh, nagkataon na siguro yung topic na pinagsimulan ko, which is one of what my specialization was, sleep and burnout, maraming naka-relate, 'di ba? At saka siguro nung time na yun, wala pa masyadong nagsasalita about it. So, maraming naging audience, and yun, parang masarap pakinggan na natututo sila sa sinasabi mo, and they comment and they give you feedback. So, masaya ako do'n sa naging path na 'yon, and I also find na, okay, now I have to be more careful.
More careful
And
with what we
sabi ko nga
say. We feel the same way.
yeah, and also how you look. Sabi ko nga sa sister ko, hindi na pala puwedeng lumabas ng mukhang ewan, 'di ba? Kasi biglang may gusto magpa-picture. Oh my God, sabi ko, kailangan palagi kang maayos. So you present yourself in public also, the way you appear in your content. Which I mean, yun naman talaga ako. Pero still, 'di ba? Buti na lang sabi niya, buti hindi ka na umiinom. At hindi ka na nagwawala.
Well, congratulations at siyempre marami kang tutulungan na tao. And really, this is in a way, one of the success mo in the recent months or maybe in the past year, right? That you're able to reach out to a lot more people. Mas makakatulong ka sa mga tao.
Yeah, I'm very grateful for that opportunity. If I could only shift the consciousness of these people, 'di ba? Make them not so yung hindi sila sobrang galit or hindi na sila sobrang hirap sa buhay, then I think I've done my part. Kung hanggang dun sa part na yun na-educate ko sila, masaya na ako dun.
Yeah. Ako, honestly, sa usapan natin direct, the download ko, the real cost of success is the price we're willing to pay for how we define it.
Mm.
How do we define success? What are the
Yes.
price that we're willing to pay? And then
Agree.
when, dati, when you're starting content creation, you're willing to look somewhat na parang, uy, tama ba 'to sinasabi ko? Or may doubts. But that was the price you were willing to pay.
Yeah.
And this is realized cost of your success. Diba? You paid your dues and now you're here. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Pero gusto ko yung sinabi mo na yung presyo is depende sa kung ano ba yung success para sa'yo. Kasi iba-iba yun eh, 'di ba? Yung success mo, success sa'yo, sa akin, magkakaiba tayo eh. Kung ano man yung define mo, kung let's say gusto ko maging multimillionaire, may 10 bahay, yan ang success ko. Eh di wow.
What's the price you're willing to pay? Eh di
Yung
wow.
di wow.
Eh di
Yeah,
wow.
yeah,
Tapos,
yeah.
and then what? After na-attain mo yun, 'di ba? So, dapat alam mo lang kung ano yun.
Calling goal mo.
Yeah, at saka kung tama ka, ano yung kapalit? Dapat handa ka na bayaran yun.
Hmm. So Dina, in any case na they would want to buy the book or let's say saan ka ba nila makikita?
Okay. Yeah, so the book is available by order from me. I can ship it to you. Let me know lang. You can message me on my social media accounts. So I'm at Dina Salonga. Lalagay niyo naman siguro ito, no?
Yes.
At Dina Salonga on Instagram and at Coach Dina Salonga on TikTok and Facebook. So message nyo lang ako doon or sa aking website dinasalonga.com. Merong way doon para makapag-send kayo ng email. Sabihin nyo lang na gusto nyo ng Success to Fulfillment na book or also look at other products there for meditation, for energy, or for revitalizing your body, to exercise, breathing techniques nandun sa website, dinasalonga.com.
Pero usually Dina, ano ba group session ginagawa mo or one-on-one?
Right now, I am part of a group that does one-on-one. So we are parang 3 or 4 healers that engage with one person. But I'm thinking of coming up with something. So soon, abangan.
Abangan! You heard it first.
Abangan. You heard it first. You're
And
excited.
with that, thank you so much for listening and watching on this episode, mga ka-whiskey. Sabi nga nila, pag
Pag
naka-whiskey
na-whisk
ka,
mas open ka.
Always
stay
stay
pogs.
pogs. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. Cheers.
Fist bump.
Peace bump.
Podcast na naman with Gerald at Brian. Aral lang pulutan sa inuman at kwentuhan. Pinagsamang veterano, parehong talentado. Ihanda ang may katbaso sa lames at intablado.